Please tell me why I just went through McDonald's to get a Diet Coke. And I was on the phone with my husband while I was ordering, and he's like, wait, you're at McDonald's? Get a filet of fish sandwich. He's like, get me two. It's Friday and Lent at McDonald's. We're like, great, I'll just eat that for lunch, and then we'll make something else for dinner. So, whatever. I ordered 3 filet of fishes in a separate order because she wouldn't let me add it on to my Diet Coke order. Anyways, that's a whole nother story. It pissed me off. Pull around, order 3 filet of fishes, not the meal, just sandwich. She clarified.
She ordered 3 filet of fishes. You know she got to be a little aggravated because she added the ES, the fish. That's already plural, but I ain't the grammar police, so we going to let her talk.
The sandwich or the meal? And I said, just the sandwich. And she said, 3 of them? And I said, yes. Tell me why it was $17 for 3 filet of fishes on Friday during Lent at McDonald's. I'm not crazy. I sat there and blinked my eyes, and then I just pulled away because I was so angry, which probably was rude, but like $17 for 3 filet of fishes at McDonald's? Are you kidding me?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gag with Geach. I am your boy Geach, and as you can see, these fast food restaurants, the prices are getting ridiculous, even for fast food that's, traditionally been a cheaper option when you want to go out to eat or whatever. But, the people are fed up with it. So without further ado, let's get back into these clips.
Inflation, I get it. But we need to figure something out with this model, with this business strategy or something. Because ain't no way, I'm not going to McDonald's to spend the same amount of money I could have spent at Chipotle. I'm going to go to Chipotle every time. Taco Bell, Chipotle, Subway, Publix Sub. Like, I'm going to go for the better one that costs the same exact price every time. Are you done?
Top of the morning to you. We're gonna head in town. We're going into town. Look what they did to my road. They totally ripped it up. Ripping up my road right in front of the damn house. Oh, is that a cop? Well, that's a cool looking vehicle. It is a cop. Well, the cops must go get coffee there. I always look both ways. There's this guy right on my ass. Yeah. The Foundry. Such a clean place. Love the BP station. Best fuel in America right here. BP, hit me up. Gas prices are coming down a little bit. That's good. I love BP. They said no smoking. Blue paper towels. I love taking these. And look where we're at. We just happened to pull in at McDonald's. McDonald's iced coffee. McDonald's iced coffee. McDonald's iced coffee. I just need a large caramel iced coffee. Can I get 5 extra caramel in there? And can I add espresso as well? $8? $8? Holy shit. My God, $8? Are you kidding me? $8 for an iced coffee? Look at this. 8.
That guy, he took us on a whole adventure. That was fun to watch. He had fun with it, and I enjoyed watching him make that. So, $8 for an iced coffee. I just go to Starbucks. You get your iced coffee. It's probably about $5. It's a little cheaper if you want to feel like you want to go out and eat somewhere, or get a drink somewhere that's cheaper. Just go to Starbucks because $8 for iced coffee at McDonald's, absolutely not.
To us, and I'm tired of it. You look at the damn window and it says $11.99 for a combo meal, and you're like, yeah, let me get that. And then you get it and it's $19.99 after tax. I gotta bust out a $20 bill and the one, and I get change back. I get 3 pennies. Where did the extra $9 come from? We just throwing that on there because you gotta make it. We got a service fee now. I thought that was already included. I gotta tip you too. This is McDonald's. I'm just trying. It's 2 a.m. I'm just trying to get a meal. Coming home so I don't have to cook dinner at 2 a.m. All right? Why do I gotta break the bank to get a shitty burger? I'd rather go to fucking Applebee's. Oh, okay. Calm down. Got a little hot there. I'd much rather not go to Applebee's.
Hey, I disagree with him. I'd rather go to Applebee's than McDonald's, but, to each his own. If that's his preference, he'd rather go to McDonald's than Applebee's. I think it might be a little bit more healthy at Applebee's. I don't know. Maybe they all the same. They all probably frozen packaged food at the end of the day, but if I had to choose between McDonald's or Applebee's, I'd go with Applebee's. But he go with McDonald's, so it's just about preference.
So I just got 2 footlongs from Subway. $26. $26. $13.50 a piece, bro. Do you remember the days when it was $5 footlong? Like, what, 7 years ago? That was my childhood, bro. I grew up on the $5 footlong. $26 for 2 sandwiches? Like, what? What are we doing? What are we doing? God, bro. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Y'all better enjoy this bite because this is legit a $5 bite at these prices, dude. Bro, I could get the ingredients and make these sandwiches. I can make 30 of these things. 30 of these things for $26, bro. Probably more. Probably more. I mean, it's hitting.
But you know, you pay for convenience. Now, I don't really eat fast food like that, so I didn't know the prices had gotten like this. But $26 for two, not even footlongs, because let's be real, they say footlongs, them subs ain't 12 inches. But $26 for those two subs, that is ridiculous. I didn't know it had gotten this bad.
But yeah, bro, what are we doing? $26. I'm in a Subway in forever. I pulled up to the cashier. She's like, your total's $26.50. I just looked at her. I paid it.
Real quick, y'all. Who else is fed up with the prices of eating out nowadays? You know, you don't want to cook, so you just grab something real quick. Say through a drive-through. You think, oh, it's going to be cheap, no big deal. Well, you know, there's this big chain. I'm not going to name the name, but it's a fried chicken tender place. You know, they get the little chicken. And they had a $36.
I wonder if he's talking about Chick-fil-A. He said chicken place, so I don't know. I could just be throwing that out there, but you know, my guess is he's talking about Chick-fil-A. But let's let him cook. No pun intended.
Box deal, like a family box deal. $36, it'll feed the whole family. Cool, right? So we'd eat this maybe every 2 weeks. It's in the
Or he could be talking about KFC. That just dawned on me too. Anyway, stop interrupting.
rotation because everything's getting so expensive. You got to hunt down the deals. Well, my wife goes the other day. She goes to get it, and she comes back home. She's like, it was $56. Like, $56 for some fried chicken? What happened to the box deal? They don't have it anymore. They don't have it anymore. Yeah, so to get the equivalent now, it's $20 more. $20 more than it was. Because they don't have the deal. Well, that one's gone. It's out of the rotation. Won't be eating there anymore. I mean, who pays these prices? Who can afford to pay these prices, you know? We had another hot wing place, you know, with the owl. We had that place down. It got to where it was $65 to get it to go to feed the family. We stopped eating that. It went out of business. It shut the doors. You were paying $60 for fried chicken wings and french fries. Okay? Insanity. And we just couldn't afford to eat it anymore. And they went out of business. Can you believe it? I mean, I love that place. They have the best hot wings ever. Love the place. Out of business. We haven't really had it very long. It's only been in town a few years. You know, just opened up. We don't live in a really big city. But it's gone. The Owl hot wing place, it's gone. But who can afford to pay these prices all the time, you know? Let me know. It's not me. I wonder if it's you. Somebody's keeping these places open.
Now, to answer his question, it's definitely not me. I rarely go out to eat. I've lost a whole bunch of weight, like over 30 pounds within, it's 2026 now. Throughout 2025, that was like my weight loss journey, and I did most of that by cooking my own foods, whole foods, and cutting back on the eating out. So it's definitely not me.
What's going on here? I don't recall paying $16 for a foot long at Subway. Lately, I've been trying to not get fast food, but I said, you know what? This time is an only exception. I was just so hungry, and I was like, honestly, I don't even feel like making anything. I just want to get something like fast food, right? And as soon as I checked out, the lady said $16. And what's funny is Subway has the nerve to ask for a tip. I am not tipping no Subway worker after making my sandwich. Call me an asshole. Anyways, after I see the 60, I'm like, no. Something is off. So I got the receipt. And I looked at that bad boy and my jaw just dropped. $16 for a foot long. I didn't add nothing extra. I just got the turkey sandwich, normal, just normal. Hey, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe that's the normal rates around here, but $60. Yo, I could have went to like Wendy's or something. I could have went to McDonald's. I could have went anywhere else and got like two burgers.
Subway, they on y'all next today. Like the last guy just said he paid $26 for 2 foot longs, and this guy's saying it was $16 for one. So I guess Subway, y'all way overpriced now. What happened to the $5 foot longs that really aren't even actually a foot long? But hey, they on y'all next today, Subway.
These burgers have been blessed. I paid $16. I'm here thinking I'm gonna pay like nothing. Never again.
Welcome back to another episode of Opinions That Nobody Asked For and Probably Doesn't Give a Shit About. When did $40 stop being enough to afford a decent meal? Because I remember when I was a kid, my grandmother used to order 2 large pizzas, 2 toppings, 6 assorted cans of Cokes, 2 dips, and 12 wings, and still have enough money to tip the delivery driver, pay the taxes, and to pay the delivery fee, all at $40. But the prices nowadays are beyond outrageous. So you mean to tell me, for 20 pieces of chicken, no sides, no drinks, you're gonna pay $60 before tax. That's why I say women cannot complain when men invite them to dinner to Moxie's, Jack Astor's, or Swiss Chalet. Because if these are delivery prices, I can only imagine how much it costs to go to the restaurants these days. And I have nothing against Popeyes. I mean, I put Popeyes in the top 5 in terms of fast food places I like to go. But damn, I am so happy I don't have kids. I can't even imagine how people out there who are parents and have kids can even afford to take care of their children. The people out there who have kids, like, how are you managing? Like, seriously, how are you doing it? This is one of the reasons why I choose not to have kids. And it would be even worse if I had a child who was like vegan or had some sort of allergies or some sort of like medical condition where they couldn't eat certain foods. I honestly believed that we would have reached the apocalypse before seeing these types of prices.
We're all aware of how expensive things are nowadays, but I've been tracking how much it's been costing me to go to a fast food restaurant for like lunch or for dinner. Because let's be honest, life gets in the way and not everyone can always cook from home. I mean, people have things going on. So throw that argument out the door. Not everyone can always cook from home to save a little bit of money. But the minimum that I have been spending at these fast food restaurants is $10. And I'm not talking about like going to McDonald's and getting a McChicken, because that is not a meal. That is not going to fill you up. I'm talking about a fast food meal, an entree, a side, and a drink. Minimum $10 at a fast food restaurant. Now, we look at the minimum wage, which is $7.25 in the United States. So a person making minimum wage after taxes are taken out has to work 2 hours to afford one fast food meal. That is one meal for themselves, not including their family. 2 hours. Now, let's say you want something a little nicer because you're not feeling a McDonald's meal for lunch. Okay, now we're going up to $12 to $15 for one fast food meal for yourself, not including your family. That is 2 hours plus of minimum wage work for one meal for yourself, not including your family. Now, let's say you live somewhere where you can't easily access fast food and you want to order Uber Eats or something like that. Now we're looking at $15 to $25 for one meal for yourself, not including your family. That is 3-4 hours of minimum wage work to afford one meal for yourself, not including your family. This is insane. Fast food was supposed to be there for people who needed easy access to food at a cheap price. Now, a minimum wage worker has to work multiple hours to afford one meal for themselves, not including their family. How are we in this position right now?
Yo, tell me why I'm making dinner, right? My roommate comes home and he brings his girlfriend with Five Guys, burgers, and fries. He asked me, how much do you think this was? I guessed $23 or something like that, right? He said no. So I'm like, 30? No. Tell me why to get Five Guys for 2 people, $41? What? Mind you, I got this nice little fish and potatoes thing going on. I'm about to eat good. It absolutely disgusts me how Five Guys and a lot of other fast food places are charging these prices these days. Like,
talk about these McDonald's prices. I went to McDonald's today just to get some lunch. No intention to film a video. I got a double cheeseburger. I like it without ketchup. I think it's one of the best things on the menu at McDonald's. But the price caught me so off guard. This thing right here is $4.19. And I remember probably in high school, one of these was like $1, I think, before the
Yeah, he's right. They were definitely $1 when I was in high school. So now it's $4. Well, like I say, I haven't eaten McDonald's in, it's been about 10 to 15 years. So I had no idea all this stuff was going up like this. I mean, I knew inflation, but $4 for that, and it's full of chemicals, probably not even real meat. That's crazy.
was even invented. And I'm in Colorado. I don't know if that's why. I don't know if it's more expensive out here. But this thing right here for $4.19 is crazy. And don't get me wrong, I love these things. I get them all the time. I've been eating them for years. But $4.19 is too much. Now, to be fair, it is buy one, get one for $1. So $5.19 for 2 of these, which is still crazy. I don't know how McDonald's went from being the best value in food, not even just fast food, to now you can get 2 of these for essentially the price of like a Little Caesars pizza. You can feed a whole family, or you can get 2 double cheeseburgers. That's insane.
All right, everybody, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me and tuning in to another episode of Gad with Geach. Let me know how y'all feeling about these fast food prices. Do you eat fast food every day, or do you prefer to eat fast food over cooking? Are you over the prices getting more expensive? Do you rather cook at home? Just whatever you feeling like, drop some gags down in the comments, and I'll holler at y'all in the next video. Geach out.